morning, everyone. I'm right now at Jardin du Luxembourg, and of course, enjoying my breakfast. Today is my last full day here in Paris, and this place is not even far from where I'm staying. So I'm just gonna enjoy a quick breakfast here, and then afterwards we'll explore more, and very sadly the last bit of Paris. And now it's my last full day. I realize there's still a lot of places I need to visit, but yeah, I guess I'll save it for next time, because to be honest, a lot of the places I thought that are tourist traps, and actually they're not. They're pretty decent, like the Louvre, like Palace of Versailles. I mean, Palace of Versailles, I understand. It's one of the greatest palaces in the world, no doubt about it. But my level of enjoyment was way higher than I thought. And of course, the Museum of Military, and that was also very excellent. And especially I liked about the exhibition on World War II, knowing that France did not really fight in World War II. Anyways, let me have my breakfast and then enjoy Jardin du Luxembourg.
I still had a valid Paris Museum pass for my last full day in Paris. Why don't we take advantage of it? Ideally, if Notre Dame de Paris did not close its doors due to fire, I would have used this pass to visit this attraction. Well, at the moment, there's nothing you can do before it reopens sometime in the future. Fortunately, there are other attractions that we can go that are covered by the Paris Museum Pass, just nearby.
Hey everyone, I'm at Sainte Chapelle. So, as you know that the Notre Dame is closed, so there's another big church nearby that you can visit, and the line to get in here is absolutely long.
So what makes Sainte Chapelle unique? Not only it is one of the oldest churches in Paris, it features an impressive Gothic-style interior consisted of mostly stained glasses, one of the largest of its kind in the world. Can you imagine the original design can be traced back to the 14th century during the late medieval time? Unlike Notre Dame de Paris, Sainte Chapelle is way smaller in size. This is because it's just a chapel attached to a former royal palace, like its name suggests. Think of it as the royal chapel we saw at the Palace of Versailles. But which palace is it attached to? I'll explain shortly.
Yeah, so I just got out of the Sainte Chapelle. I would say it's a good place for those who are very enthusiastic about stained glass panels. Otherwise, paying all the money, joining all the line to get in just for visiting the place is probably not worth it, I would say, especially considering that this place you would have to use the Palace of Justice. That means the security check is unbelievably tight. It's almost like airport style. So be prepared for that, but this place was covered by the museum pass. That's why it gave me free access since I already have the pass. And right next to it, we got a concierge, and that's another attraction. Let's find out what's in there.
Sainte Chapelle, the Supreme Court, and the concierge were part of a former royal palace used between the 6th century to the 14th century by the monarchy of France. Île de la Cité, the island where both attractions plus Notre Dame de Paris are located, is the oldest part of Paris and where the history of the city started. Therefore, It's no surprise that the Ming Palace before the construction of the Louvre and the Versailles can be found here.
Alright folks, so welcome to the concierge. I just found out this was the place where the Revolutionary Guards kept Marie Antoinette after the revolution. And then of course, they also came with one of those visual guides that will help you, and this is included in the entrance price. And once again, this place is also covered by a museum pass, so I did not pay anything extra. I'll show you something cool. Here, windows. And even this hall, it's very different. Yeah, this place is like a big dungeon game. There are actually, hidden treasures you can find with this iPad. It's actually really fun. I like this place better than Sainte Chapelle. I think this place is especially good for those with children. It's a great educational and fun experience.
Despite being a royal palace early on, the whole complex later became the center of the French judicial system. During the French Revolution, a concierge became a prison for political prisoners, such as Marie Antoinette and even Robespierre, the prominent figure of the revolution who later was overthrown and executed due to the draconian policies he imposed on the French society and the oppressive government he led following the fall of the monarchy. Of course, in today's France, political prisoners became something of the past. With the exception of the Palace of Justice, today the rest of the complex became museums that everyone can visit. Then it was around lunchtime. I made my way towards Rue Mouffetard, the vibrant street where many great restaurants are located in Quartier-Latin. I happened to pass by a street fair near Saint-Germain. I could totally imagine that if I didn't have a valid Paris Museum pass on that day, spending my morning at this street fair probably wasn't a bad idea either.
Alright, I'm back to Rue Mouffetard. We'll see if the fondue and cheese places are open right now, so we can grab a quick lunch.
Rue Mouffetard appeared to be a lot quieter than the night before. However, I almost didn't get a spot at a restaurant there that specializes in fondue. It was very hearty. But hey, I have a question for you. Do you consider fondue a Swiss dish or a French dish? Or maybe both? Leave a comment and let me know.
Alright, so we're now at, once again, Arc de Triomphe. Of course, this is going to be the last official attraction for the museum pass I purchased. Of course, the museum pass covers one admission to the top of this iconic arc. And as you can see, still there are tourists that stand in the middle of the road, causing troubles and disruptions to traffic, which I again strongly discourage any of you doing this. But anyway, since we're a ticket holder, why don't we go find out the view from the top of Arc de Triomphe. And of course, the right way to reach the arch is through this underground tunnel. Do not cross into the traffic circle. It's both illegal and dangerous.
Arc de Triomphe was built to commemorate post-revolution France's victories over its enemies, following Napoleon's victory in the Battle of Austerlitz. However, the construction did not complete until 15 years after the death of Napoleon. Today, it also serves as Paris's main memorial to soldiers who died for France.
Because we have the museum pass, we don't have to go to the ticket office. It allows us to skip the lines and directly proceed to the entrance.
A few moments later.
Seriously, I thought there's going to be an elevator. But turns out you have to climb the stairs.
One eternity later.
Alright, more stairs. Let's go. I really like inside the arch. There is also a bathroom. I knew the bathrooms were there for a reason, because there are more stairs to climb. Alright, let's go. Oh, finally we're here. It's kind of foggy today, so the visibility is not ideal. But hey, it's included in the museum pass. I don't have to spend extra money for this, okay?
As a former Parisian who now happily lives elsewhere, Aurélie told me that she climbed the Eiffel Tower with her husband for the very first time during the pandemic. She told me the experience of seeing Paris from above was something she never thought she would enjoy. Because supposedly, climbing the Eiffel Tower was something only the tourists do. Well, I didn't get a chance to climb the Eiffel Tower, which I'll do the next time I'm in the city. Seeing Paris from the top of Arc de Triomphe was equally fascinating. Yes, it was really foggy on that day, but I don't care. It wasn't perfect, but I just liked the way it was. See, I didn't learn to look at Paris this way when I first arrived. I thought it was the perfect city like shown on postcards. Anyways, who am I to judge Paris this way? I'm not perfect myself, but there are amazing people out there who took me as is, no matter what kind of flaws I have. At that moment, I reflected on my time in Paris. I realized that by taking Paris the way it is, I began to enjoy the city more and more. Oh well, it was my last day there. A little bit too late, huh? Now looking back, maybe I could have just stayed a little longer in Paris, because little did I know at the time that my trip back to Canada would be in jeopardy. What's happening? Follow me to the next episode to find out.
Alright everybody, I've got some bad news.